Que pasa mi gente, welcome to another video. Well, this is going to be a short one because I really have to go in like 15 minutes, but I felt so inclined to actually make a video on this specific topic. And what I'm going to be talking about today is you are doing yourself a disservice. Reason being is because most people are literally going their whole lives literally just talking about stuff that they want to do, stuff that they want to create, stuff they want to build, but they don't have the option to, or essentially they get into situations where money rules their lives. Well, guess what? Let me tell you something. You have a lot more control of your life than you expect. Reason being is because all it takes is just a little bit more input to get a little bit more outputs. And the only way that you'll be able to accomplish that is by literally taking ownership of the fact that you have literally more ownership than you realize. But on top of that, being able to go out of your own way to increase the amount of suffering in your life more so than anything else. And why should we do that, Pedro? Why should we even increase the amount of suffering overall within our lives in order to get a better life in the future? Reason being is because nothing that is valuable comes without sacrifice. Whether it mean literally being in a relationship, whether it mean not being in a relationship, whether it mean literally being in a situation where you can't see your friends, you're not as social, literally not having as much money as you want, living below your means. The examples are endless. But what most people don't realize is that that is a requirement. That is a requirement. The minute that I started actually to make some money with any of my businesses, roughly I own 2 social media marketing agencies that make multiple 6 figures every single year. And I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just basically trying to tell you to basically get on content to make money online. But more so than anything else, I didn't see my friends. I didn't have a relationship. I didn't talk to any girls. I didn't talk to my family. And I live a much better life in comparison to how I was just doing Uber Eats 7 days a freaking week, literally trying to make ends meet, not being able to have anything else or any extracurriculars in my itinerary because of the fact that I needed to make more money. So I told myself that I wanted to be able to do something creative. I told myself that I wanted to be able to do something that will allow me to have the financial freedom or a level of financial freedom that could actually get me to a point where I actually start to be proud of myself. And that doesn't come without some sort of sacrifice. Number 2, more so than anything else, you're doing it as a service to yourself is because you think work is too hard. It's not hard, it's just unfamiliar, okay? And I mean to say that wholeheartedly because a lot of people, they'll be like, they won't start any project, they won't start anything that they actually genuinely want to commit to, or like start the business or start the service or start whatever it is that they want in order to make money online because they've never done it before. I'll give you a little story. Like when I was doing music for the past, let's say 10 years, my clarinet teacher, he would always ask me like to do these really hard passages on clarinet, even though I was a saxophone player, because of the fact that he wanted me to be better. And every single time when I would mess up, I'd be like, oh man, this is so hard. I don't even know why I'm doing this. He'd be like, Pedro, it's not hard. It's just unfamiliar. So maybe something that you're doing right now is the first time you're actually doing something, right? And I mean that wholeheartedly, like in the sense of doing something where you're actually trying to commit a result that is actually favorable for the life that you want to live, right? So maybe it might be the first time you're running a business. Maybe it might be the first time you're losing weight. Maybe it might be the first time that you're basically doing anything that's actually pretty positive for your life. But at the end of the day, it's just like things are not difficult, especially getting to 6-figure incomes, right? It's not difficult. It's just unfamiliar. It was unfamiliar to me. My first business failed. Before that, I was doing Uber Eats for 8 months. Before that, I was a broke musician. After that, I went into sales. So it's not difficult, it's just unfamiliar. And once you get familiar by including the amount of reps that you have to in order to actually commit to, then you'll actually start to get some confidence because of the fact that you actually did the thing and you know exactly how it's going to end up. And then you get better, and then you get skills, and then you get skills that you can get paid for. And then from there you can develop an income that is actually favorable for you. So it's not difficult. It's just unfamiliar, and that's with anything in life. And third reason why you're basically doing yourself a disservice is because you're not trusting. And this is probably the biggest thing that I learned in 2025 is that you have to be able to trust other people in order to accomplish the goals that you want to, especially if they're huge goals. Like, my personal goal is essentially to help 1 million entrepreneurs get into video and start making video online so they can make money online or make more opportunities for themselves happen. But they can't do that if I'm literally at the expense of working by myself, for myself, and not including anybody within partnerships or anything that literally could spread this idea as fast and as wide as possible. I knew I was a creative. I knew I was a person that loved doing creative stuff. And I knew also that I hated doing administrative work. I knew I also hated doing softwares or any automations or anything like that. So it's not the how, it's the who. Shout out to Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. So I basically found a partner in order to make that situation happen. So that way I can continue to do things that I genuinely enjoy doing, but still at the same time committing to the work that I said that I was going to. So because it's the who, not the how, you have to take into consideration that you can't do everything alone. You literally have to go out of your own way in order to actually provide something to the world that actually matters, right? If I believe that video can change a lot of people's lives, how am I going to spread that message with just me? There's no way. So you have to be able to include people in your dream, in your vision, and sell them on it. So that way you can basically spread your idea faster and wider than you possibly can. And more so than anything else, if you can just realize above everything that you are capable of doing whatever it is in this world as long as you put your mind to it. And I literally just make this video before I'm about to get picked up by a client in Baltimore. Just know that you're capable of doing anything in this world, no matter what it is, no matter how difficult, no matter how inconceivable it seems. You're capable of doing everything. And if you know that in your heart, you're already one step forward in comparison to everybody else. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and to turn your bell notifications on, because I put videos out like this every single day and you don't want to miss them. On top of that, if you happen to be a person that wants to change their life forever and get into a 6-figure income using social media marketing, click the link below. We literally have a course, a community, and a coaching program where you can literally do this on a consistent basis and literally get to this point in 90 days, which is awesome. And if you like the video so much and you want to watch more, YouTube literally recommended a video to you on this video overall, and you can continue watching there. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the comment section and in the next video. Peace.